I'm Jillian.
It's Jillian.
Okay. I'd like to figure out what's
I'm so
going
mad
on.
right now. I'm not giving. Oh, is it your daddy?
No, he didn't.
No, you guys cut it off. I'm not doing this.
Okay, well, you're
You guys are
calming down.
police, but he knows to cut my hair off.
Ohio. Officers rush to an apartment complex after a 911 caller reports a woman attacking an elderly man in a wheelchair. What they actually find upon arrival is a highly intoxicated wife diving through a car window, holding her husband's ignition keys hostage, and launching into a spectacular, neighborhood-waking meltdown over a year-old grudge. Okay, I know I always say this, so I'll just ask you to like the video and get right to it.
We're trying to leave and his dad. He's like enabled. He lives right.
What's going on? Okay.
I'm pissed.
Well, we got a call about a female beating a guy in a wheelchair.
Really, babe?
I didn't call nobody.
Nobody beat nobody.
I'm just telling you that's the call, and then I see you and jumping through a car window. So help me try to figure out what's going on.
No, we're just arguing.
His dad.
I don't know why anybody said that.
We have not seen him in like literally 6 months.
Okay.
This
Dad
why.
down here?
This is why.
Okay.
Just tell him.
I just did.
His dad escalates everything.
Okay. What's your first name, ma'am? Just so I know I'm talking. What's your name, sir?
Jansen.
Jansen? Okay.
I'm super pissed.
Jansen, and you are who?
Take me to jail if you want.
I'd
Jillian.
like to,
it's Jillian.
okay. I'd like to figure out what's
I'm
going on.
so mad right now. I have not given this guy the time of day for almost a year.
Okay.
And the reason I kicked him out of my house is because Jansen is not.
Yeah.
Tell him the truth.
What do you want me to tell him?
Oh, the reason we kicked him out of our house is because of this bullshit because him and John.
Yeah.
So what is your dad doing?
Nothing.
Oh, he's not doing nothing?
He didn't do anything.
Who made the call?
I have no idea.
Did I hit your
He
dad?
did not make a call.
Did I hit your dad?
He did not call the cops.
Did I hit your father?
No, you didn't.
I guess you. I promise you when
She
you
did
go.
not hit them.
Okay.
She did not hit him.
I'm so mad right now.
I'm just saying that's what was reported to us.
And go ahead and check your dad right now.
I don't know who called.
Oh, is it your daddy?
No, he didn't.
Go ahead and go stroll down there to your father
Jill,
then.
I didn't say he called.
Guess
He
what?
didn't call.
When your dad says he called her on me.
He didn't.
Okay.
He did not
said-
call.
Look at your father.
Will you step over here and speak with me for a second?
Wow, Jansen, that's awesome.
What do you want me to do? Tell him.
Dad.
Hey, I want to speak with him because
I'm not worried
he's
about
calming
you.
down, okay?
I'm not
You're
worried about
yelling,
you.
I can't get anything
Babe,
out of you. I
I'm
want to
not
speak with
Stop.
him.
I can't tell him no.
I've had
What do you
one
want
time
me
to deal with his dad, and now this. So yeah, I am upset.
Just try to take some breaths and let me talk to him
I
for a
took care of
second.
this for 10
No,
years.
he just doesn't.
12,
he's so
14,
I
17,
understand, babe, but
I
why?
didn't do anything.
Babe, but why is your dad over here like, babe?
There's a bunch of-
Saw what? Me?
Affirmative.
He said somebody
Look,
said that.
Jillian, go talk to that officer right there.
I don't care.
All right, James, walk over here,
I'm
man.
sorry. Yes.
Let's step up here out of the roadway just because people don't pay attention. What's going on today? Like I told you what we got dispatched to.
And we went and had a few drinks at the stable. And
Okay.
then we came back.
I don't care.
And now she's acting ridiculous.
I want to talk.
Okay.
I don't have anything to do with any of this, honestly.
Okay. So you guys were
Came back
here.
from the stable. My dad was going to go home. He lives over there.
All right. So you guys were here visiting.
Yes. We
Okay.
went to the stable and had a few drinks.
All
got some
three of you
food.
did, or just
Yes,
you and her?
all of us
Okay.
went to the stable and had a few drinks. And then,
Okay.
and then we
Which
came
is
back.
totally
and now,
fine.
Now they're off.
Is your cruiser unlocked?
Yeah.
She's mad. She's mad about. I don't know what. Honestly, I have no idea what she's mad about. It's
Okay.
shit that I have nothing to do with. Shit that happened a long time ago. It's just old shit. It has
Okay.
nothing to do with anything that's going on right now. And we're married, so
Okay.
I'm trying to just take her and go home.
Right. Where you guys
She's,
stay at? Where you
I
guys
live
live at? All right. So you, your wife,
Yeah.
and your dad went to the stable, had some drinks, had some food, came back here, and
Now
her and
this-
him got into an argument.
No, she just started getting pissed off about nothing. He
Okay.
didn't even do anything, honestly.
Okay.
So
So she got mad and was
She
taking it
does
out on
this-
you and him, or just him?
Pretty
Just
much,
both
yeah,
on
both.
both. Okay.
she
So why
does
would
this-
why would our caller?
I have
call
no
and
idea
tell
why
us
somebody
that-
would say
say
that she was attacking him, because she wasn't. She was more on me than she was him.
Right.
I I don't know why.
Okay,
Honestly. I
but
don't
she
know
was
who
probably
it was.
verbally yelling at
It's
him.
more
maybe.
verbally at me than
Okay.
it was to him. I don't even know why anybody said that.
Okay.
Unless it was because he was close to me. I don't know. Honestly.
It could have been. Like I said, when I roll up and I see her dive through the window of a car.
She took my keys, so I can't even leave.
Oh, okay. Is that your car?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just gonna go home, take her home and go home.
I got you.
But she took my keys, so we can't leave now. She's usually not that bad. I don't.
She just had a few too many.
Yeah.
Take her home.
I was just trying to take her home.
Yeah, no, I get you. And why did they start?
I did nothing wrong.
She.
Why am I locked in here?
12-14 nothing. B. She's gonna get herself in trouble, man.
I know, but I can't stop her though. You know what you want me
No, there's nothing you can do. I'm just hang out with her. You're being cooperative, man. I appreciate that.
As long as
Okay.
I just don't want these people to have to hear her screaming and yelling. They don't deserve that.
Sorry guys, I didn't expect all this to happen.
No, you're good.
I was just trying to take my dad home so
Yeah.
I could go home.
He seems like he's had a couple drinks, but he's not like drunk.
Yeah, he's not that. He's not like that.
Okay.
And I had my keys and I was about to leave, but she done took my keys.
This is you.
When I come roll up,
There's mine.
Yeah, where do you live? Okay. Hey Brian, you said you didn't get assaulted. You didn't get hit.
here's your ID,
You
Brian.
didn't get, you never got you didn't get assaulted, right? You didn't. Nobody punched you.
She never did me.
Right? Is that right?
What do you mean?
That's what was reported. That's what was reported
That's what the
to
caller
us. So
told us.
obviously we got to figure. That's why we're trying to figure that.
Said that. She never hit him.
And
She never would.
we get calls all the
It's
time
my
where
dad. She never hit him.
Right.
Nobody hit me.
Okay. All right.
what's wrong?
I can't breathe. Look.
You guys 5'7".
Well, it's because you keep screaming.
No, I can breathe now. There's the air came on. Just when you came in the door.
Okay, I've got the air on. Jillian.
Your air was off.
Okay.
Not breathe.
Clear 1913.
I'm having an asthma attack. I can't.
Do you want a medic?
Hold on. Can you let me out of here?
What is your social, please?
Look, can you let me out of here? You guys got my air off back there.
The air is on now.
No, they just
You
opened
need-
it.
Okay, but you need to try to
No,
calm
you
yourself
guys got
down.
it off.
What is your social?
Let this open up before I. You guys.
What is your social?
That man cut my air off. Did you hear me?
I heard you.
Dr.
Jillian,
Nick
what is- Jillian, I'm trying to work with you.
No,
What
I
is your
know, but he
social?
got my air.
Okay, I've got the air on.
I'm a severe asthmatic, but the whole time you're talking to him, is my air was.
Okay.
Air was gone off.
I know, but you need to try to calm yourself back down now.
I
The
think
air
you
is
guys-
on. I'm here
Yeah, you
speaking
guys
with
have this on recording now that my
Okay.
air's on, but he cut.
Jillian, what's your social, please?
He cut my air off. That guy did. He cut my air off.
Hey, Brian.
Brian, he cut my air off.
Jillian, what's your social, please?
Is that legal
What's
for
your-
you guys to cut my air off?
Jill, what's your? He's got the air conditioner on.
No, but when you shut the door, I was got in here without it, and I have severe
The
asthma.
air conditioning's on.
No, it was when he opened it up, but when you shut me in here, it was off.
Jill, listen.
I'm not doing this.
Okay, well, calm. You're
You guys are
calming down.
police, but he knows to cut my air off.
What is your social, Jill?
I want to talk to a fucking paramedic. You guys are crazy. You knew.
5 seconds.
You knew when you shut those windows that I was an
la-
asthmatic. I was back here dying.
Just take her to jail. Just take her to jail.
Yeah, take me to jail. Sir, you put me in here and I couldn't breathe.
Try your social. Last four. One more time.
Sir,
Jill.
McKenny, I could not breathe.
She needs to go to the jail.
I was back here and
There's
could
no
not
way.
breathe, sir.
She's aggravated disorderly.
I'm
There's no
not.
way.
I'm back here and you could. I'm an
There's no way
asthmatic.
getting out of her. There's no way we can just send her out of
I'm
here.
an asthmatic and you put me in here.
Okay. Are Are you breathing okay now?
Now that the window's on, yes, sir.
So you needed the window down? Is that what you needed? To scream and yell at people?
No, I don't want you.
You seem
Sir,
you seem
no.
to be breathing okay, then you're able to scream and yell
Sir,
at
no,
people.
I don't want you to yell at people. No, sir, I don't.
You won't stop yelling at people.
No, I thought you were asking.
We want you to stop yelling.
Oh, I thought you were. I'm sorry, I can't hear with this air on now. Which I couldn't hear on, which wasn't before on me.
White Chevy pickup.
Is that what's happening?
You're going to jail for
Because I
disorderly.
can't breathe.
The officer returned to the patrol car to ask the suspect where she had put her husband's car keys.
Husband said you took them from him.
Excuse me, sir?
You have the car keys?
I do not, sir.
He said your husband said you took them from him.
The husband says you got
Oh,
the car
okay. Well, what's on me?
You have the car keys? Or then your purse?
And you can get a sober driver to come get you.
Yeah, I called.
Okay.
Don't. Please don't.
Leave.
Hold on. I can. Hang on. Can I step out?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to like I'm sorry, sir.
Turn now.
But you're gonna have to like unhook this to get it off of me. It will unhook right there.
Turn,
Yeah.
Turn now.
It's fine. It'll hook.
Turn.
Oh.
Face the car.
Face the car, please.
Why am I being
I have
arrested?
no idea. I'm not involved.
Babe, they put me in the back of the truck and I couldn't breathe.
Marijuana in here.
Okay. Jill, sit back in the car, please.
Freaking out. I can't help it.
And can you also find my medical marijuana card in there?
Jill, please sit back in the car.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Thanks, babe. Thanks, Jansen. You and your God, thanks.
I didn't do this, babe.
I didn't. They put me in here and couldn't breathe.
I tried to.
It's her ID in there.
Babe, I couldn't breathe. Babe,
Nothing
I
wrong with
could
the
not
keys, no.
breathe. They locked me in here.
I know.
I have asthma and I have COPD.
Jill, I did everything I could.
But they
honestly.
locked me in here.
What did you do with the key?
Babe, what did you do with my key?
I don't have his key.
You ran off my key. You took it out of my key ignition.
That's why you're
I don't
stuck
see
your
it.
ass
You
dad.
took it out of my ignition.
I don't see an
Hey,
ID.
just stop. I'm going to jail already. Just can you give me my shit back? I did nothing wrong. Like you guys like suffocated me. Not you
Jansen.
guys.
Jansen?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, can you like at
Jillian,
least,
you didn't give me the last four of your
sir?
social.
Can you like
said,
at
I need
least-
the last four of your social.
I need you to
5'7",
like,
female,
like,
21.
get these handcuffs off to like.
Okay, we're going. Tell me your social.
Jill,
What, baby?
If you don't identify yourself,
Shove down
then
your
you're
bra.
going
No,
to sit
I
in
am.
there
I've
to
already
jail.
told that,
keys.
sir.
You have my keys right there. I can see
Is
it.
that his key in the bra?
Where?
Right there in your bra. I can see it. Give it to me, please. Can I have my keys? Thank you.
Yeah, because you're sober, right? You're gonna drive home,
No,
right?
I'm gonna call
No,
somebody.
he's going to get a driver.
You and your daddy.
No, I didn't do any of this. Jill.
All right.
God.
En route to the jail. One female break.
Oh my God, Jason! That's bullshit.
One.
Clear 1920, you need a CC.
Gloves on me,
Affirmative.
sir. Can you please put these?
Clear, I don't have her information.
Sir.
Go ahead.
Jason!
There is a profoundly uncomfortable reality embedded in this body cam footage. Sometimes the most destructive weapon a person can wield on a given night isn't physical, it's purely emotional. The initial expectation, set by the highly alarming 911 call, is that we are going to witness a violent, bloody domestic assault. Instead, what unfolds is a masterclass in emotional dysregulation and the weaponization of public space. To truly understand how a night out at a local bar ended with a woman screaming in the back of a police cruiser over a $50 fine, we must examine the psychology of alcohol myopia, the manipulative tactic of situational entrapment, the exhaustion of the enabler dynamic, and the specific legal hurdles officers face when victims refuse to play the victim. The psychological foundation of Jillian's meltdown is a well-documented clinical phenomenon known as alcohol myopia. When a person consumes large amounts of central nervous system depressants, their brain's ability to process complex, long-term, or rational thoughts is severely restricted. Their cognitive focus narrows down strictly to immediate, highly reactive emotional triggers. According to her husband, Jillian was completely fine until they returned home, at which point she suddenly became furious over an interpersonal issue that happened nearly a year prior. Her impaired prefrontal cortex simply lacked the biological bandwidth to let the old grievance go. She became trapped in what psychologists call rumination, an endless, obsessive emotional feedback loop. She could not self-soothe, and because she could not process reality outside of her immediate anger, she demanded that everyone else participate in it. This brings us to her physical behavior when the officer first arrives, diving through the car window to snatch her husband's keys. In sociological terms, this is a textbook example of situational entrapment. Jillian's husband and father-in-law were not fighting back. The husband explicitly states he was just trying to get her in the car to take her home and de-escalate the situation. But for an individual experiencing an extreme emotional spiral, de-escalation feels like abandonment. They crave conflict because it validates their internal rage. They need an audience. By stealing the keys, Jillian wasn't trying to steal the car. She was eliminating her husband's escape route. She was physically holding her family hostage to her temper tantrum, guaranteeing that they, and the entire apartment complex, were forced to endure her emotional state. This leads us to the deeply revealing dynamic between Jillian, her husband, and her father-in-law. When you watch the two men interact with the police, they do not exhibit fear, nor do they display the shock typical of a sudden crisis. Instead, they project a bone-deep, resigned exhaustion. The husband sighs, quietly hands over his ID, and tries to apologize for the noise. This is the visual fingerprint of chronic emotional volatility. Family members who frequently deal with an impaired, dysregulated relative often adopt this passive, cooperative stance because arguing only throws gasoline on the fire. Their quiet demeanor highlights exactly why the 911 caller was necessary. The family was far too exhausted and resigned to call for help themselves. This public disruption is exactly what dictated the legal outcome of the night. The officers arrived responding to a severe allegation of an assault on an elderly man. Yet, she was only charged with aggravated disorderly conduct. Why the massive downgrade? This highlights a fundamental concept in criminal law known as corpus delicti, or the body of the crime. To charge someone with a crime, the police must have tangible evidence that the specific crime actually occurred. The officers have a 911 caller stating a beating took place, but when they separate and interview the husband and the father-in-law, both men adamantly deny that Jillian ever threw a single punch. In domestic investigations, officers are highly trained to look for signs of victim recantation, where an abused partner lies to protect their abuser. However, without physical marks on the men, a cooperating witness on the scene, or a victim willing to testify, pushing a domestic violence or assault charge through a prosecutor's office is virtually impossible. The officer's hands are legally tied regarding the assault. However, law enforcement cannot simply walk away and leave a highly volatile, intoxicated person screaming in a residential area, especially when she has stolen the car keys and trapped the other parties. This is where the disorderly conduct statute serves as the ultimate legal circuit breaker. The law recognizes that the public has a right to peace. By continuously screaming, cursing, creating a physically offensive condition, and refusing to calm down despite the presence of law enforcement, Jillian provided the exact elements required for an arrest. The enhancement to aggravated disorderly conduct often applies when a suspect persists in their disruptive behavior after receiving a reasonable warning to stop. The charge isn't about what she did to her family. It's about what she did to the neighborhood, allowing the officers to legally remove the primary instigator and defuse a ticking time bomb. Once Jillian is placed in the back of the patrol cruiser, we see her final, desperate attempt to regain narrative control, the sudden onset of a severe asthma attack. In forensic and custodial settings, this is referred to as malingering, or weaponized medical distress. The moment the heavy cruiser door closes, cementing her loss of physical freedom and cutting her off from her audience, she suddenly claims she cannot breathe and accuses the officers of shutting off her air conditioning to torture her. Law enforcement officers operate under a strict duty of care when a suspect is in their custody. If a suspect claims a medical emergency, ignoring it can result in catastrophic civil liability or loss of life. However, experienced cops recognize the mechanics of malingering immediately. When a suspect has plenty of lung capacity to scream insults at the top of their lungs without gasping or wheezing, they generally are not experiencing severe respiratory failure. Notice how the officer handles this liability trap. He remains completely calm, ignores the bait about the air conditioning, and repeatedly offers to call a paramedic. This is a tactical neutralization. By offering EMS, he fulfills his legal duty of care and forces Jillian into a corner. She must either fully commit to the lie and take an expensive ride to the hospital, or drop the act and provide her social security number. She chooses to drop the act. Ultimately, the criminal justice system processed this encounter with cold, bureaucratic efficiency. Jillian pleaded no contest, took a guilty finding, and was handed a $50 fine. But the true cost of this incident isn't the monetary penalty. It is the permanent, high-definition documentation of a family dynamic pushed to the absolute brink by alcohol and entitlement. It leaves us with an interesting question about the initial catalyst for the police response. The 911 caller explicitly reported a physical beating on a man in a wheelchair, which the family entirely denied. Do you think the caller maliciously exaggerated the claim just to get the police to respond faster because they were annoyed by the screaming? Or is it more likely they genuinely misinterpreted Jillian diving into the car window as a violent physical attack from a distance? Let me know your read on the situation in the comments.